Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these coasters. They're a little big. I have a big mug. I like a big coaster. So they are reversible pinwheels. This one I did where the green and white are opposite and red and white are opposite. But this one I did the same there. But I'll show you how to do those. And to start, we're going to come here with, these 4 squares will make 2. I'm going to lay those right up there. These are 8x8, I believe. Let's check it out. Yep. So you'll need 2 white 8x8 and 1 red and 1 green, all 8x8. So we're going to match them up. Red and white and green and white. And I am going to make half square triangles out of these. Let's get our ruler. And we're going to do corner to corner on the 1/4 inch line, and we are going to just draw right down it. Same way on the other side. That one kind of slipped. It's a little further out. I'll redo that line. Not too much, but a little. Well, that's what happened. My fabric moved, but we're going to redo it just a little right there. It'll be just fine. Let's pin that. Lay it to the side. Same thing with this one. 1/4 inch, corner to corner. I have the little ones that are just a 1/2 inch wide, but you know, I don't use them all the time, and these are very convenient to have out because I already have them out. So it's more convenient to use. Let's line them up. Now what we're going to do is go sew down both sides of these. And we'll do that over there at the sewing machine, obviously. I don't have my starter on there, but that's okay. I'm gonna run out of thread here. My white on top. Pretty soon. I'm going down the wrong line on that anyway. You guys, look at that. It just ran out of my top thread. Got that done. How awesome is that? So let's pull that off. Put my green back on. I know you can't see me, but I am just threading it. Oh, you know why I can't thread it? Because it was already threaded. There we go. Of that. Let's do the other one. Went a little crooked, but I'm not worried about it. this little stopper. Head back over to the cutting area. All right, now we will just cut this apart, corner to corner. A little off, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to iron those open, but I already have them right here. Same thing. Haven't done anything to these. They are exactly how those were, just ironed open. And now we're just going to match them right up. Just like we did, we're going to do the same thing again. We're not going to trim them or anything. We're going to line up our seam. On both sides. Try to get it all the way down through. I did iron them to the dark side because then it will stay, well, maybe. So we're going to do both like that. And then we're going to draw the line. Same thing as we did before, corner to corner with the 1/4 inch line, draw it down, flip it around. Same thing. And then when we are done there, I'm not going to do that with these because I actually have it done and these are going to go to something else. But when we flip it open, then we're going to have this, which is what I have. So we're going to lay these, again, they're going for something else because they are with those other ones that I just did. Now, you're going to have 2 of each of these. I have 2 sets. So now you're going to take these and you are going to lay it face up, then lay this one on it. Well, that's a lie. We're gonna what do you call it? We're gonna square it up. So I only needed 4, so I already have 2, and then these are going to be my other 2, obviously, but they're reversible, so it's perfect. So we're gonna line this up. We're gonna put, they're gonna be 7 inches. So you're gonna line the 3.5 inch dot right there in the middle, and then your diagonal line, and then you're gonna just trim this part off. Flip it around. Excuse me. And now you're going to line up the 7 inch lines on the edges. You're going to line up your diagonal again, and your 3.5 should be right there in the middle where it is. Now I did just put that colored thread back on my machine, so I'll have to change it back to some white. Let's do it again. Your 3.5 inch dot and your diagonal line is what you're lining up on the first cut. Do I need to be closer in there? There we go. My iron's hot. Let's move it back a little. Trim those off. Spin it around. And you're going to line up, yep, here I am, your 7 inches, your straight lines, your diagonal line, and the 3.5 should be right there in the middle where it is. Cut off your other 2 sides. Now, I got my 2 others. I'll do that too, but first we're going to just do this. I'm only going to show you the one, so I'll do it. It'll just be later. So now we're just going to lay them here. This is a 7 inch piece of batting. And then we're going to lay this one face down. And we are going to go over to the sewing machine and sew all the way around except for about right here. Actually, I'm going to do it on, well, see, now I'm going to lay this one out this way with the white and the red, or sorry, white and green, and then red and white. And then the other one I'm going to lay out this way. So I have 2 of each. Well, that one looks terrible. Let's look at this side. Oh, it's fuzz. So I'll have 2 of each, and because my kids like to fight over the stupidest things. So then they can each have the same exact one. And I will take whatever's left, as will my husband. So we're going to line this up. It's a little extra over here, but that's okay because we're going to trim it down. It's always better to have a little extra than not enough. Going to pin all the sides. I'm going to do this one here because I am going to do the top stitch right here. So we're going to start down here and I'll just finish there. And this one's going to be a little bit wider. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. Well, yeah. The width of my opening there on my foot. That's what I'm going to do. I'm lining it up with the edge of this little, let's just move this. So sorry about that. So, ooh, maybe that won't work. Let's edit this part out. Let's not. Right here. I'm going to line it up right there. So my edge of it's going to go through there and not even with my seam guide here. So sorry about all that. I assume you're going to be dizzy now. So sorry. We're going to back stitch 3. Well, about 3, 2 or 3. And then we're just going to sew right down. And when we get even with these white threads, that's where I'll stop my needle and I'll spin it. And if I do it that way, then my points will stay sharp when I flip it over. My point should stay sharp. We'll see how it goes. Too far. My ceiling sounds like it's caving in. We'll back stitch a little there. Head back over. Alright, so now we're going to trim off our corners. See, that one didn't match up, but ask me if I'm worried about it. This one, my batting was a little extra, I guess. I guess I should have pinned it a little more. But again, you know, whatever. They're just coasters. Alright, so now we're going to flip it right side out. I didn't do this right. Did y'all know that? That's not even right. So we'll seam rip it. Holy heck. Maybe we'll seam rip it. Let's just do the other one. All right, let's just do the other one. Maybe I'll cut that out. I'll probably leave it in though so y'all can see it's really not a big deal. We're going to trim these down. So we're going to line up the 7, the diagonal, and the 7. I knew something was wrong on that. That's why I couldn't line them up right. Oh, man. Take it from me, you guys. Nobody does it perfect. Alright, lined up the 3.5 and this diagonal line. Also, I had other stuff on my mind, so that probably played an effect in it. You gotta turn it to the right ones. Probably played a part in me doing that wrong. So there we go. Now I'll show you the correct way. You're going to lay these two down the way you want them. And then you're batting. We're going to flip it over because I do want to sew with this side up. And the reason you do that is because now when you fold it out, these two will be on the outside. Not the batting. We don't want the batting on the outside. Oh, some of these pins. I need to get new ones, but you know, I don't really want to. Okay, so now that's how I can line. They're lined up better that way. So we're going to start here. We're going to do it all over again correctly. My ceiling is falling. It's not bunching up like it did last time. I should have known. I should have seen it coming. I don't know. So I will just rip the seam out of the other one. It's really not a big deal. It just will need redone. And this is not a perfect sewing channel, so if you came here for perfection, you might want to just head on out because we make mistakes and we just fix them. And we don't judge. So now we will cut the corners again. And now we'll turn it right side out. Now I didn't quilt these, and I could, and I still might, because I can go over them while they're already turned, because I was going to have to turn them anyway. But I might not too, because see, that came out beautiful. It's great when you do it right. one's not perfect, but pretty good. Acceptable. And the last one. Okay, so let's get those out of the way. Here's my pressing mat. Excuse me. We're going to lay this down and fold this in. We're going to press it. We're going to do it all the way around. And then I'm not going to do it on here on this video because I can top stitch on the video, but I just changed my thread and I'm going to have to redo the other one, which maybe I'll seam rip with you here with me. But also, we'll see how it goes. I do have a basket I'm going to make with the same technique. Same exact fabric, actually. It's just going to be a little bit bigger. And then we're just going to fold up the corners and make it a basket. So that video will be coming soon. Where's my thing here? I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can believe it because if you're not making mistakes, guys, I don't know. You're good for you because I do make mistakes. Maybe this won't work. Maybe I'll have to do it a different way. I'm gonna rip it out and redo it, show you that it can be redone. Even though I already clipped the corners, that's really not even an issue. Usually it'll slide right down through there. I think it's because it's the batting that it just won't. But maybe it's just me and my day. I hope you all had a good holiday. And I do have all my blocks made. Obviously, you watched me make them all. But we are going to be quilting them coming up. And then attaching them in January. And I'm also going to be finishing my other quilt that I had started and lost time. I don't know. I lost a little bit of a sanity, we'll call it. Come on. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to pause this and rip this out and I'll be right back. Okay, I took it out. However, I did notice I have sewn this one red and white and green and white. So I flipped it around and we're going to do green and green and red and red. And y'all, if I would have done that, I would have cried. Well, probably not. But I almost just did that, the same thing again. How did I do that? Don't sew when you have other things on your mind. So, let's get rid of the fuzzies. We're going to do green and red and green. Right? Right. So we're going to line that up. Now, how did I mess this up? I didn't. It's right there. And then we're going to lay this down, pretty as it is. And we're going to pin it and do everything over again. Let's get this side. Now, we'll go sew it up and flip it, and I'll show you how it's just as easily fixable. Also, they're just coasters, and while I can use them because they are reversible, I can use them for both St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day. I'm really not worried about if it's a little bit smaller than the other ones. If the size is off, if it was a gift, yeah, maybe I'd worry about it. But also, I probably wouldn't. I'm really not a worrier, I guess. I don't know. I don't like to stress. So I'm also going a little shorter. This one will be a little bit shorter than the rest, or smaller than the rest, maybe. I don't know. Back over here. This one, see right there? I could have went closer, but I didn't. There. That one's pretty close. Let's trim that one a little too. It's still gonna hold a cup. Now let's flip it. See, turns out I am gonna do them both on camera. Where did my little thing go? Didn't match up at all, but it's okay. That one's pretty good. Excuse me. Deep breath there. Oh, that one didn't match up at all either. But you know, these are pretty simple to make, so I could always make more. We're going to fold it over, iron it because we have got all kinds of creases in it now that we've done it twice. And then we'll top stitch it also, and then we'll have our whole set made. But again, I am not going to top stitch it on camera because I already have different thread on there. But this is, where did I put them? Right here. This is what they look like. And aren't, you know, that green is more vibrant. It's a lot darker on camera. It's really not. These fabrics were from Walmart. The white's just the regular section of fabric. The red and the green were from the Christmas fabrics, which was slightly different than a slightly different color than the regular red and green, but there they are. That's what I bought. Seasonal fabric, and that's enough for both these. And this will make, now I've already prepped them too. We're gonna maybe do that tomorrow. These will be our basket for the middle, like a centerpiece to hold, I don't know, your seasonings, napkins, whatever you want in there. And obviously that's enough for two, so I'm going to make two, and one will be with the red inside and one will be with the white inside. But anyways, there you go. These are our coasters. Let me know what you think. And if you make some, please post them to the Facebook group. Have a great day.